Welcome everyone to this month's Revolution Gaming podcast for April. So thank you to everybody who's gonna stop by, listen wherever you do, and I'm gonna get the guys in here and we're gonna get started. Hello?
Hello.
Okay, cool.
Hello.
Alright, let's get this.
We're a man down this evening.
I know. I'm very disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
There won't be half as much talking now. We'll be lost. But we shall persevere.
They won't have any more long talking breaks.
Or we can't take bathroom breaks in the middle of the podcast.
I know, right? You can't.
I got my bottle right here. It's fine.
I was gonna say, you better have went beforehand. This is gonna be a long one. No, not really. It shouldn't actually be this long of a podcast this month because, man, honestly, gaming-wise, there wasn't a hell of a lot out there.
Says the guy who always has the longest list.
Yes.
But you're right. Seems a little quiet right now.
Well,
Perhaps.
this is leading up to E3 season, man.
Right.
So, I mean,
Yeah, it's
So everybody's holding off.
Yeah,
building up for the big things.
exactly. All right, so let's talk about our joke game of the month first, and who wants to go first with that?
Speaking of big things, meat beating, no more horny.
Ooh, this looks good. It's 99 cents. Is this by the developer of $1 Simulator? Because that grass looks pretty familiar.
I was gonna say that would not surprise me. That would also not surprise me if that was just a purchased asset.
Which one, the hands or the meat?
Yes.
What the fuck? I love the second photo. It says, "You've fallen too far into the horny."
You can't just beat your meat once and expect to get it. You gotta beat your meat to earn the right to get it.
You gotta
So it's just like a clicker?
It's literally says you have to beat your meat to earn the right to beat your meat more. Did you guys hear that? No, the only other game. The only other game they've ever released is called Slimy.
Yeah.
So they did not put out $1 Simulator. Very disappointed. Nope. I was hoping to find that connection. That connection.
Right. The multiverse.
Yes.
Theory.
All right. So what do you got, Mermits? That is pretty good.
All right, I've got two joke games.
Okay.
The first one is "Say no!" More.
Intern, make me
No
coffee.
playing game.
Are you sick and tired of being pushed around by mean coworkers? Well, no more. Introducing Say No More, a video game about saying no. Hi, I'm Coach, and this is Say No More, a brand new game from Studio Fizbin. We've all been there.
Intern, clean my car.
Rude.
I'm gonna need you to go ahead and stay in all night for a week.
What a meanie. Well, to that I say, no more.
Nine.
Super easy to learn controls. Focus on the no saying entirely.
Don't pick up my food. I left it in the microwave.
Say No More is coming to a digital platform near you on April 9. That also means no in German. 8 polished levels, thousands of fun combinations, and a fabulous character creator, 17 languages to say no in, and more no's than a lying Pinocchio in this easy-to-learn, no-playing game. But wait, there's more. You can pre-order a copy of Say No More and get a free sense of self-satisfaction from supporting our work. Sense of self-satisfaction,
Oh my
not
God.
guaranteed. Check us out at these digital storefronts and remember to say no more.
This game's amazing. What are you talking about? This ain't no joke.
You! Did you just start your internship?
Welcome, intern.
This game's amazing. Okay, so Mermich, I want
That
a review.
is no joke.
I want you to do a review. You can play it on the Switch.
Is
Maybe.
it actually coming on the Switch?
Yeah, it's coming to Switch, iOS, and Steam.
Oh my
word.
gosh. And then the other joke game is
Or should I
Bamarang.
say, oh no.
What is it?
So BAMERANG. Bamarang.
Okay. What do you like, hell minions?
It's so dumb, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, this is a fucking joke.
But yeah, you literally just chuck boomerangs at each other.
Okay, this is a joke game. I'll give you that one. Now, see, I'm really disappointed that Silver's not here because I think he would like to play my joke game. I just want to put this out there. So, my joke game is Lunch Lady.
Oh no.
So, it is a 1 to 4 player online co-op survival horror game.
Oh?
Where you
My.
got the school final exams are coming up, and the best idea was to steal the test answers. You have to look for the 10. You have to look for the 10 pages and don't get caught by the murderous lunch lady. But the best part about this joke game, we could all play it.
That picture's awful.
You should
It
hear.
wouldn't be much of a horror game if the
You
thing
should-
chasing
should-
you wasn't.
I was gonna say, you hear the
Quite
lunch
a bit
lady?
behind. I have a very big amount of latency.
I haven't heard it yet.
It sounds like a dying pig.
I was gonna say.
Squeeze.
Don't you want
It
that?
sounded like a hunter.
Don't you want that? Don't you want that sexy face chasing you around? Remember? I'm here to make you lunch. You want some mystery meat?
Oh gosh.
You know where you're gonna get it from? I got some meat between my legs for you.
Oh.
All right, so now we're gonna try and transition, which there is none, over to the games that we've been playing for the last month, which should be interesting because I played a pretty nice variety. I played 2 of them with Ray, so I can talk about those whenever. But and usually I try and do this in whatever order from worst to best for the month, which I'm gonna attempt to do again this month. And man, I've got some anger to let out on a couple of these fucking games.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, who wants to go first? Okay, speaking of which, how many does each one of us have?
I
One.
have 3, but you said there's 2 that I played, so maybe 2 more than that?
Yeah.
So 5,
Okay, how about you,
I
Murmich?
guess.
1.
1? All right, Murmich goes first.
Murmich Warframe doesn't count.
No, what is
It's
it?
not Warframe.
I'm kidding.
What was it? Z Racer?
Yeah, Z-Race.
Yeah, Z Race.
It is a VR racing game where your entire controls is your hands, basically. I was able to clear all of the levels available within the hour and a half that I played it. And I was working on unlocking the top. Well, I didn't manage to unlock all the top tier racers, though. There is a level, or rather, upgrade system for your race cars.
Yeah.
Ships. So basically, you earn money by doing races and stuff like that. And unfortunately, there is only 4 maps to race on.
As
Though
it stands now, right?
Yes. There are, between those, there are very varying levels of difficulty. Where you there's 3 different ones where it's bronze, silver, and gold, where gold you you basically have to, a lot more obstacles to try and dodge. Though I'm pretty proud of this, and I was placing within the top 50 players who played the game pretty much on every race that I did.
Well, nice. You know
And
what
ones
this
that I
game
didn't-
reminds me of, though? It reminds me of a game called Pacer. Now, Pacer is not VR, but it reminds me of Pacer because it looks the exact same. I mean, like, to the T.
I did have a lot of fun with it, though. Even if it is, like, there's not very much
at the moment.
But they do have a big... Oh, one major thing that I hated. There's no settings option. So, when the audio for the game was coming out of my normal headphones instead of my my VR headset, I had to actually come over to my PC and unplug my headphones to actually get the audio to route to my headset.
That's weird.
Yeah, so the game would do very, very well with a settings tab. Also so that way you could actually change the volume level, because it
Using
is loud.
Desktop mixture is not ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the game would help very much from a settings option.
All right. So
But
what do you think overall?
overall, I'd probably say a 5, just because of the no settings and kind of like limited stuff. The car plane things, whatever they are,
Yeah.
those are really cool. They did an amazing job modeling those and making them look awesome.
It's just everything
The
around
maps-
it that needs work.
Just the settings and just adding more stuff to do rather than just do the same 4 levels. But those 4 levels are really, really cool to race on.
That's good. I mean, that's the
Sounds
good.
good.
They're going to be bringing out a player versus player option coming Q2, according to them.
Well, that's the point. That's the good part where you have to look at the early access label on the game and say, like, all right, there's something solid here. They can work on it. Right?
Mhm.
The worst part
So
of
right
it,
now it's
Having a good
in-
foundation in early access is the most important thing.
yeah, I figured out there is 3 types of early access games. The ones that have way too many promises and never come out. The kind that come out are strong and just need more, like this. And then there's the ones that are like, well, it's not great, but maybe it'll get better. And that's the ones you're really, like, the first and the third option are always a terrible thing to get stuck in. Because either you're waiting, like, years for a game to get good when it wasn't originally a good game anyway.
Yeah.
Or you're just waiting years for them to go like, oh, we ran out of money.
So yeah, right now the game has a asynchronous 10-player race
Mhm.
thing, where basically you just
Or it's like a time trial competition more.
it's
than
basically like a giant time trial competition. But
Like
that being said, it is still really, really fun.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. 'Cause
I
never-
still will stick with my 5 rating just because we can't go above
So,
7
Mermage,
for...
are you like the official VR?
I might as well be.
VR
at this
I
review
mean,
point.
guy?
at this point, technically, Silver also has it, but I don't know if
Doesn't
he
play
always
it.
has the time to do it.
Wait, hold on. I might have another game that I could say I reviewed if it actually
Okay.
came out this month.
Well, we'll let Ray
will
go,
check that.
and then we'll check back with you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What's your game, Ray?
We could do a quick one. I mentioned obviously last month about a sequel to one I reviewed a while back. Turn on the light. Now we have Turn on all the lights, which is a nice kind of continuation of
Yep.
all the puzzles that they were making before. Just now you have to turn on more than one light at a time, so you have to solve the puzzle multiple times, so to speak.
Yep. Also, never mind about what I was thinking. It wasn't actually,
So yeah,
That's fine.
it took me a little less than an hour to get through all the puzzles they have. I liked this because it was more challenging than previously, but it was still just about as simple. So I think it's a great continuation, and I do look forward to anything else they end
Well,
up putting out.
for 99 cents, that's not bad.
Oh yeah, 40 puzzles for 99 cents, and at least an hour of gameplay, depending on how good you are with puzzles. As for a rating, I'd give it an 8.
Nate? Alright.
Yeah,
No
it's
early
good.
access rating on these games. That's the good
Nope,
part.
it's good. I'd like to see them maybe do something more cohesive, maybe because it seems like they're good with these first two projects, or these two projects they've done, but it'd be nice to see them put something bigger together, maybe.
Yeah, so
or
now they're
or
going to come out
this
with
is
this... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say this, and actually the other game I'm gonna mention later are great examples of the kind of games that would benefit from like having a level editors,
Yeah.
so you could have workshop content. Like you could have so much replayability in that.
And especially since they don't really plan on releasing any... It doesn't feel like they're really planning to release any like DLC or anything for the game.
Well, they haven't so far. So far, it's just been that game and this game. So, maybe they'll work to that point in the future. I don't know.
Well,
But I'm seeing progress and I'm enjoying it. So
I mean,
I think that's
listen,
a good
when
sign.
the other sequel comes out called "Turn Off That Damn Light," maybe then it's gonna be the cohesive thing that brings it all back together. We turned on a light. We've turned on all the lights. Now shut the damn light off. We're waiting for the third game in the series, the Doc's game. I'm looking at you. You gotta put it there. All right. So Mermit, you said that's a no-go.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's fine. All right. So the game I did not like the most this month. Ooh.
Ooh,
Ooh.
ooh,
That's,
ooh.
it's not even that fucking hard. It's not a hard decision at all. Actually, I had 3 games I had varying degrees of feelings about. So,
Dislike for?
yeah, and there was only like 2 I really liked, so it's not that hard. I'm gonna go with Outriders. Okay. I'm gonna have a little rant here. Hear me out.
I was gonna say it's perfect timing because AirRaiser just booted it
Here's
up.
the thing.
Yeah, I know.
Before.
All right, so here's what I have to
Once
say
you
about
taste it.
Outriders. Right?
There's no going back.
It's not a terrible
This
game.
planet tried to destroy
It is not
us.
a awful game. But
bring
man,
us
it
to
is
our
in a
knees.
fucking mess.
It failed.
Server issues. I'm not one of those people that says go
Pioneers.
threaten the dev like some people have.
Became
If you're
something
doing that, you're childish.
That's never a
line
solution.
between
No,
mortals.
if you're doing that, you're childish and you're dumb.
The
but-
world order has changed.
The UI bug is
Now,
ridiculous.
predators.
The fact that it's a single player game that does not have an
Because this
offline
world
mode
doesn't fear us yet.
is dumb.
It will.
Maybe they couldn't have helped the server issues. I mean, especially since the game outsold Marvel's Avengers by 3 times. So maybe they weren't expecting that.
I guess not.
But beyond what you're expecting, it doesn't matter. You should be prepared for a good launch, right? You should hope that your game does well. A lot of the systems in the game don't work properly yet. So, like, when the game runs fine, it runs great. Okay? I've played it since the last time I streamed it. Ran fine. Still had the UI bug. Still can't run it in DirectX 12 because when I do, I get a whole bunch of lag and stuttering, which just fucking sucks. But, I don't hate the game. But it is, even when it works right, it's mediocre at best. Right? So it's not anything that is going to blow your mind. Now, it does get 1 point extra for me for being something that none none of these other games like this are.
We
This is not a live service game. It has no DLC. It has no microtransactions. And no one should get patted on the back for doing something that's used to be normal. But that's the problem, is it used to be normal. Now, like, if you don't have DLC in your game, it's a giant surprise. Right? So
As unfortunate as that is.
yeah. So like now it seems like if you're not sitting there trying to mooch your customers, you're supposed to get a pat in the back and a praise for it. I mean, I'm gonna give them credit. That's awesome that you're doing that, right? But the problem is your voice whoever's in charge of the voice acting in this game, you know, you need to get like your voice actors some coffee or like a Red Bull or something. Because when they're reading lines like, "Oh, that's terrible," and like everything is like deadpan as fuck, no inflection, no emotion, and just fix the issues in your game. There's a problem. Like I think maybe there's been one patch or there's been none so far. I haven't seen any patches yet. But like they need to fix the issues with the game, at least the basic ones for right now.
Did they not do any quality assurance testing?
They had a demo out for a month and a half. That's what I'm saying. They had a demo out for a month and a half.
Did they forget to update the patch or something on release or something?
I have no idea.
I just
So okay,
It's
I'm
weird.
gonna give the game what it deserves anyway. I would give it a 6 normally, because it is nothing incredibly great, but it is also fun to play with your friends. But that is not a point to base your game on, because anything can be fun with your friends.
Yep.
The shittiest game in the world can be fun if you're playing it with people you have fun with. So I'm gonna say this game's a 5 out of 10. And that's with me trying to be slightly forgiving about it, because before I was gonna give it a 4, but I'll give it a 5. It's that's exactly what it is. It is a 6 that is taken down to a 5 because they don't bother to fix their shit. The server issue, unexcusable. The UI bugs, unexcusable. The fact that it doesn't run on DirectX 12 great on all systems. I know some it does. Yes, there's a million different configurations out there, but yeah, I came just in time. Evening, Dan. But yeah, for me, it's definitely a 5 because it's middle of the road, right? Like when it works, it's still a middle of the road game. It's nothing, you know. There's nothing incredible about it at any level. But it is if you're looking for something to fill the void of like a Borderlands or an Anthem or a Destiny, and you don't want the microtransactions and you don't want the DLC or the expansion.
the live services.
Yeah, if you don't want the live service shit, this is great. And not at $60. No. Even when they fix the servers and everything's working fine, if you can play it, if you can play this for free on Game Pass, go ahead. You know, if you got an Xbox, you can play it free on Game Pass, go ahead. But I would say this game is worth 40. Because it is a complete story. Don't get me wrong. It's a complete story. There's no microtransaction or anything. It does raise the value up. So like something like a live service game like The Avengers, for example. You know, something like that would get a 4 for me, or a 3, because 1, the game's not that fun to play. 2, it was buggy as hell. And 3, you're still waiting on content in the game. Like what? How long ago did Avengers come out? 6 months ago?
Has it really been that long?
Yeah, it's been a long ass time since Avengers came out, and there's nothing there. So that Avengers is even in worse shape than Outriders is, really. And
There could be more there in Avengers if they let Spider-Man off of PlayStation.
Yeah, but the problem is Spider-Man was supposed to be like their saving grace for Sony customers. That was supposed to come out in like January. Now it's not coming out till like August.
Oh, Spider-Man still isn't even in the game?
No, You know what they added so far? They added 2 versions of Hawkeye, a female and a male version. That's all you've gotten in Avengers.
Wow, how exciting.
So yeah, so they're both by Square, but you know what? Even all the launch issues, the fucking bugs and garbage aside, I'd still rather play Outriders than Avengers. Any day.
Oh, easy.
Any day.
Easy.
Because at least Outriders has some fun to do with it. Man, Avengers is not fun. I played a lot of the closed beta and the open beta and all that stuff. It's not fun. It's not fun. So, at least this game is better than that. If that says anything. That's still a better love story? Yeah, barely.
Oh,
But
is that the new thing? It's not still better love story than Twilight now. It's like Borderlands still a better love story. Ooh.
Borderlands is still 100% funner to play though. I mean, like that's funner to play than all of them. At least Borderlands got loot. Borderlands 1 had a terrible story, almost non-existent, but had great loot. 2 had a pretty good story and still great loot. 3 had a terrible story, but the loot was still incredible. And they made the loot even better in 3. So if you're looking for loot-based combat, Borderlands is still the upper echelon of that. But all right. So next, you want to go again, Ray?
Sure, since I think Merge didn't have anything else.
Yeah.
Let's talk about my other game from last month, Laser Attraction. More puzzle games, more light. So I think I mentioned last month, it looks like similar to Bend the Light from a while back.
Yeah.
You use mirrors and prisms to take a laser and send it from point A to point B. Okay. But it does follow a lot of rules of light, such as you can use a prism to spread a white light into its RGB parts and combine various colors of light to make other colors. And it's got a lot of puzzles to solve with that, and I was quite pleased with it. Again, I'd love for these kinds of ones to have level editors.
Motherfucking blue, Dan. Motherfucking blue.
Yes, Dan. Blue and every other color under the sun. At no extra cost.
So this game was $10. Does this have a lot more content to it than the other one?
Technically, I think it has about the same number of puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a little more involved with the UI. Okay. Turn on the light and turn on all the lights is extremely minimal UI. There's a start button, a level select level button, and a quit button, and then a volume the settings thing with volume sliders. That's it.
So this one has at least a little more options.
Right. You have volume and actually I can't remember what the other settings were, but you can see the UI is a little more involved than just a white background. Okay. And the lasers all look very nice when they're being beamed across walls and stuff. They kind of leave little
light
like a burn. You get little particles at the end of the laser, like it's trying to burn a hole through the wall.
Oh, nice. So on difficulty, where does it stand?
There were a few puzzles that really took me a while, just because it's very precise. You can they've got controls so that you can move things very slowly, because you have to try and hit all of the lasers to their goals at the same time.
Yeah.
Although there is a little bit of leeway where if you can switch it from one to the other or something like that, you can actually get away with on a few levels. And it is also nice that there's technically a lot of solutions to most of the puzzles, since you can bounce light around quite a few different ways. I think it's about the same difficulty to that degree, but obviously you can do a little more trial and error here, or it's a little easier here than in Turn On the Lights.
All right, so I know that judging a grade on a game like this isn't really based on price per se, but do you find this to be like a better value at least than the other game then?
No, I wouldn't necessarily say it's better value, because I do think the Turn On the Lights is a fantastic value if you're getting 40 puzzles for $1.
Yeah.
That are all pretty solid.
Okay, I'm sorry. A quality context.
This, however, is also just kind of fun to play around with too. Like, I would enjoy just a sandbox in this where I could just bounce lasers all over the place.
Well, now, since this game's in early access, does that mean they're going to add more to it?
That is an interesting question, because I completely forgot that it was in early access. So I would love to see more for the game.
That would definitely make the value.
Like any additional content would be great, and that would definitely improve the value.
Yeah. All right. So what's your grade?
Since it's early access, we go max 7, right? So I'll give it a. I think we can give it a 7.
All right.
That's pretty
It's
good.
got a fantastic foundation and I mean, if you really like puzzle games and look forward to seeing more of this, then I think it's already worth its price tag.
Too bad it didn't have like a roadmap or something.
Yeah, unfortunately. But it does have achievements.
Oh, well, why early access? There are more puzzles to make, but developing them with the help of the community feedback will result in a better game. Oh, so it looks like you're getting more. That's good to hear.
Look forward to it.
Puzzle games frustrate me, and I always end up looking up the solutions I Google. Listen, Ray is the puzzle guy. We have Mermich, who's the VR guy. We have Ray, who's very good at puzzle games and intricate games like that. And then I'm just here for everything else.
And then Silver's horror.
Yeah, Silver's horror.
Right.
Like, I'm not here for horror. I'm not really good with that shit. Because I don't give the reactions that people want. I'm just like, alright, yep, ooh, alright, let's go. Silver
Or
hates...
you jerk back in your chair and it's like, okay, that one got me.
Silver's a horror... Yes, besides that, though, he plays horror games, Dan. Not nice to talk about people when they're not here. I mean, his prices have gone down, though. I mean... You did send him a computer. I imagine he'd be pretty cheap for you at this point. All right, so next on the list of what's really bad this month, heading towards the better stuff. It's hard. I guess just from my first impressions, Rogue Hero.
Rogue Heroes, Ruins of Tassos. Yes, let's talk about that a bit.
So I played this along with 3 other people. Never mind. This game's all right, and it has a great concept, but it needs a lot. It needs some
This
work.
game is good in single player. You will have a fantastic time playing this in single player. However, it is marketed as a co-op game.
Yep.
And the co-op is barely functional at the moment. That's a demerit.
I'd love to come back to it whenever they do get it working again.
Absolutely, I would love. I will be keeping my attention on it in case it does say that they fix things. But then again, at the same time, they did say they fixed things that it feel like we ran into. So maybe their bug fixes aren't as sure-proof as they think they are.
I'm just reading through the patch notes real quick. Fixed.
I think this came out after we played.
Oh, fixed 2+ players spending dungeon keys at the same time.
So, I don't think that's what we had the problem with. In my case, it was spending 2 keys whenever I opened the door.
Yeah.
Which I'd never had in single player, so...
It seems like they just need to fix the multiplayer. Like,
Yeah,
game.
it's like the latency is too much, and it's not optimized for multiplayer well enough yet. So if they can get all of that working, I think it'd be great.
Yeah, but now to be clear, this actually is a pretty fun game.
Definitely. Like how many hours I've put into this? I've played 22 hours of it, so it is phenomenally fun solo, and I had a great time.
Just playing it with other people is not as fun.
It's not ready for multiplayer yet.
You know, I want to hear Dan's reaction on Outriders. Outriders, hey, Dan, write your review of Outriders in the Discord. We're gonna read it at the end of the podcast. Because I imagine he has plenty to say. All right. So you had 3, right?
Yeah, I've got one more besides what we played. I assume you want to talk about Resident Evil 6 is the other one?
Nope.
No? What else did we play?
We played Scott Pilgrim, but I can't talk.
Oh,
I
right,
can't...
that's not on Steam. Right,
Yeah, it's not on Steam.
That would explain.
But I will say this about Scott Pilgrim. I love that game. I loved it when it was on Xbox 360. The PC version's not the same because it still has problems playing with multiplayer. And what is it with these companies that just that make multiplayer games but can't fucking find a way to make multiplayer work right? It makes it frustrating as all hell. And they really need to stop. Just stop it. Please.
Get some help.
Alright, that's my 10-second review for Scott Pilgrim because I've already talked about it before.
Yeah,
Alright,
we can talk about that.
What's your third one?
I have played about 16 hours of Control.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I don't know exactly how far I am into the story, but I've got probably like at least halfway, right?
Fair
Maybe?
warning.
Who knows?
This
I've
is
been
gonna
enjoying
get
it, though.
weirder.
I was surprised. It is more Souls-like than I thought it would be, actually. I did not expect it to be Souls-like at all, but it feels very Souls-like about when you get to,
They thought
like,
I'd never find this place.
they call them control points,
Yeah.
and like
They
kind of
would
retake
forget about
areas. I don't know if it like respawns enemies when you do that per se, but you can travel between them and spend points to upgrade your character there. And yeah, it's not like, your combat's not like a Souls game, but it seems to be taking at least a little bit of inspiration from some of their design philosophies, but not in a bad way either. So I've been enjoying it, and the story is fascinating, if not horribly trippy. As one might expect just seeing it.
Just to clarify, I've played about 5 hours of this,
They'll
so
try to stop me, but I'm stronger than
I have
them.
not played anywhere near as much as you.
We're stronger.
Yeah, I need to get back to it so I can finish it at some point. But I've been enjoying it so far. It's been a decent challenge too. Like I don't necessarily feel like it's gotten any easier the more I've played yet.
No, it won't.
But I am looking forward to unlocking more powers. I think I have one more power to unlock. And if I upgrade them high enough, then maybe things will get a little easier. We'll see.
Alright. Okay, so what's your grade on this one? Not really access.
Definitely an 8.
Alright.
That's pretty good.
Solid 8. It's
Alright.
good. Worth trying. Especially if you like, your third-person shooter, psychedelic, action RPG.
So my next one is kind of like I played a little bit of it, but it was enough for me to have a good impression of the game. Is Marshmallows.
Oh yes, you did play this.
So I actually think this is a very fun little competitive game to play with your friends. Is it anything mind-blowing? No. But I feel like it's pretty fun. And there's a lot of people playing it. I mean, there's hardly any reviews, but I never had a problem finding a game ever. So, I don't know. I think it's fun. It's a weird concept, though. Like, literally warrior marshmallows fighting against each other with guns. But yeah, it's really fun, and I don't understand the concept of the game at all, really, but I don't think I have to. Because you get shot and you turn into this thing that has like a giant boulder around you, and you can fuck with the other players. It's off the walls and weird, but it's also really fun. And if you have a few friends that you want to play with, I imagine playing together in a party would be amazingly fun. That's the way I put it. For me, for what it is, it's a $15 indie, like shooter to play with your friends. So on that standpoint, it is a 7. Oh, and I forgot to actually grade Rogue Heroes. I'd rate that at like a 5. As well.
That seems fair.
That's why this is above those two, because 5 for Outriders, 5 for Rogue Hero, 6 for Scott Pilgrim, and this is a 7. Now let's get to the actual stuff I enjoyed playing this month.
All right.
So we got Kaz and the Wild Mask, which I played on Monday.
Did.
And I really, really like this game. It was a lot of fun. And it's not early access, thank God. So I can play the whole thing and finish it, which I did. I finished it yesterday. I had like 3 levels left. I could have finished it on stream, but man, I was getting like really tired at that point.
Yeah.
But no, it's an amazingly fun platformer. It's a very reminiscent of like Donkey Kong Country and Mario and everything of that. It gets fairly difficult even on casual difficulty. Like the platforming is very intricate. You have to be very careful how you do things. A lot of mechanics throughout the whole entire game. It keeps everything fresh. This is definitely an 8. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. If you enjoyed, challenging 2D platformers, then this is definitely a must-buy for you, I would say. Anybody else who doesn't like difficulty, this would probably not be the game for you, because you'll probably get through about 2 worlds and then be like, nope, never fucking play it again, too hard. But it's really fun. It's really, really fun. And then, now we're going to talk about the last game on my list of games I played. And this one takes the cake. It's probably going to end up being like one of my Game of the Year candidates, period.
Oh boy.
I
think I know.
It takes two.
It takes two.
It takes two.
Yes. That was a fun game to watch you play.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm even okay. When Jess after the stream yesterday is telling me, "Wow, I can't believe how much fun that game is to play." If it gets her approval, it wins. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's really hard on games, and when she's
Hands
like,
down.
"Wow," when she's like, "It's a lot of fun." Yeah, but I played it last night on stream.
I was gonna say you've been missing the streams, Dan. He's gone 2 streams through it.
Yeah. Yeah, I own the game. Me and Jess have been playing it. And it's beautiful, Dan, because if you or someone else buys a copy, the other person can play with you for free. So
Are you thinking of finishing it on stream?
Yeah, I'm finishing it this Tuesday coming up.
Awesome.
I'm gonna finish it. Yeah, it's great. I really, really enjoy it, Dan. Every mechanic in the game is great. Street Fighter style fight on top of the plane, where Jess had to take on like the commander of the squirrels yesterday. Oh, I put a smile on my face. All the puzzles are great. All the references are great. All the mechanics are great. I fucking love this game. I love it. Like, he did between this and No Way Out, he is like my favorite game developer, period. Like, that game and No Way Out are both amazing. If you've never played No Way Out, go back and play that. Go back and take a friend and play through that and tell me what you feel at the end of that. That game is amazingly made. And this is exactly the same thing. This gets a 10. Not even done yet. It's a 10. I rarely ever give them. It's a 10 for me. You know me, I don't give out 10s very often, but this game's amazing fun. It is absolutely a wonder to play. So. If you want to play, Dan, I'll play with you. And you can play for free. You can still play on my Buddy Pass. I'll play anytime. The game's a lot of fun. But yeah, this is my first 10 of 2021, and probably the last time I can't remember the last time I gave out a 10 on the podcast period. And I don't know if any game is gonna top this year, unless something really special comes along. Maybe it will.
Well, we'll have to wait and see.
But for the first quarter of the year, well, the first third of the year, this takes the cake. Period.
It doesn't just take the cake; it takes two.
Yes, it takes two, baby. And the fact that, like, okay, this game would even get an extra point if it needed it, just for having the Buddy Pass system, where you only have to have one. I thought was rather out. Wow, you thought A Way Out was rather meh? Oh, dude, me and Silver were crying like little fucking bitches at the end of The Way Out. Got really fucking emotionally attached in that game. But this game is a lot more fun. Like, the other one was more gripping on, like, a emotional and storytelling sense. To be honest, you are little bitches. Dan, we know you're a little bitch too. It's fine. That's why we're friends. But no, this is more on a fun factor. This one definitely has the advantage there. But all right, let's transition to our news story of the week. So actually, it's not a news story more than it's a topic. It's Tim is the gaming bitch, Dan is the cooking bitch. Exactly. So it's about backwards compatibility. So this one's been in the news a lot.
Yeah, what with the new systems coming out?
Well, yeah. Okay, a lot of people are making a big stink about this because the PlayStation Vita store, the PlayStation, the PSP store, and the PS3 store are closing. So all those games that are available only digitally through those stores are going to be gone forever. And you will not be able to purchase them after that point. Now, for the time being, they're going to be available to download if you already purchased them. But it doesn't mean that that's always going to be the case. Right. And people have started to bring up the fact that PlayStation doesn't support backwards compatibility a lot. Like, they gave up on it with the PS4. And they're saying, well, especially since there really is no backwards compatibility with the PS5, except for digitally you can upgrade. But that's not really playing,
No, that's just them serving themselves a little better.
Yeah. Better than telling them, fuck you, get another system. But the fact is that, they're looking and comparing the fact that with Xbox Game Pass, tied in with their fact that they have backwards compatibility, all the way back to the old school OG Xbox, that maybe companies, especially Nintendo and Sony that have been around longer, should be doing a better job of, preserving the games.
You would think.
Rather than letting them just become, lost. Especially games that didn't actually have a physical release, because a lot of games aren't getting physical releases anymore. I mean, look at all the games on Steam. If you fall in love with a game on Steam, you're never going to be able to go out to the store and buy it unless it's a AAA.
Or if it's on another system. Because there are some that are, like, mobile as well, or...
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if I like Valheim, I can't go out to the store, go to Walmart and buy Valheim on PC.
True.
I can't go out and buy Valheim on anything because sues a guy for having the name Luigi. Yeah, I know. Nintendo is fucking crazy about that. Because you know why? If Nintendo had a all-in-one store, or a store for the Switch, where you could buy all of their legacy titles, one, it would make them a fortune.
Absolutely.
But two, it would make it so people wouldn't have a reason to bootleg or
to use ROMs and emulators.
To use emulation for their games. So, like, they're suing people into the fucking ground for using emulation and stuff. But on the other hand, they don't have a way for you to just go out and buy it now.
It's like they're actively preventing you from getting access to the game, and then complaining when you try and find your own way to get access to the game. It's like, then give us access to the game.
Yeah, so like
It's not like you're still selling old Pokemon games.
So the topic really is this, right? Or the question I have for you two is one, do you think that the preservation of video games is ultimately important? Or
Absolutely.
And two, what do you think companies should be doing to help out with this rather than, you know, closing stores and just dumping off digital libraries?
Well, of course, the first question is the easy answer. I mean, yes, we absolutely should be preserving video game history. Like, there's a lot of good games that are really old, and you know, like some of the most oldest games are still around in some form or another, and I think deserve to be made available one way or another, whether that's, you know, for free or paid.
Yeah.
But then how can you do that efficiently, affordably, and in a way that the companies who own those games are going to be okay with? That's the question.
Yeah.
Here's my idea. Tell me if this works for you. Yeah, Hatred is a shit game, but you know, it's a part of gaming history. I say this, right? If you're gonna take your game down off a platform digitally, if it's not for a licensing issue, I understand the licensing issue shit. That's a slippery slope. You can't really do anything about it. That's why all the dirt games fall off stores and everything else. If you're gonna take your game off a platform for sale, right? Because like even on Steam, you can still download games even if they're taken off the store if you own them. Okay, so my idea would be is if you're gonna take it down, there should be another site where they take on all of your old versions of your games, right? That way they don't clutter up their store and they can send it somewhere else. They give the rights to this other site that allows the company to sell all of the older titles for games. Let's say PC, for example, at least, right? Because everybody can have their own ecosystem. But have a site that sells all the games that aren't available on Steam or on like the company's website, like Bethesda or EA or anything else. If they're going to drop a game off the store, it goes and they give it to this other website. The other website continues to sell it and host the game on their site. Or like GOG. Okay, GOG would be a perfect example of who could handle this, right? Have like GOG sell it, use their platform, but then they give a cut to the company who originally developed the game. The game company still makes the money off the game. GOG still gets their cut, and you get to buy games that wouldn't normally be available when they're taken off sale. That's how GOG works anyway right now. I mean, you just need a console version of GOG.
Yeah, I think that's what, obviously talking about Nintendo specifically, is the biggest issue is these games on old systems, old consoles that don't, you know, get any kind of re-release until, I mean, obviously they've started, sounds like, putting some games back into availability on like the Switch, but
yeah, but they're doing it.
It would
too
be
slow.
really nice. Well, what would be really convenient, I think, and long term, would be getting PC ports, or like,
Blasphemy.
I know, right? Like allowing the emulators, so to speak,
Like
or making an official emulator or something
that.
like
That's
that.
what I was thinking. If
like,
they made an official,
if you made an official emulator, you could then sell it, and then sell the games for that emulator on PC.
I wish.
then make
And
extra profit.
that
See-
would keep the games compatible throughout the future. Like,
I think Nintendo of Japan is never going to move forward into like the current way of thinking until they're forced to. So like Nintendo of America, I don't feel is like a stickler and wants to like sue everybody into the dirt. But Nintendo of Japan just like really sticks in the old school way of thinking.
Because I don't know if Nintendo America, how much sway Nintendo America has over company policy, so to speak.
None.
So it's probably just Nintendo Japan that
No,
would be
like,
making that kind of decisions.
But Reggie was a good face for it back when he was in charge of it, right?
Hmm.
I mean, like he put a positive spin on Nintendo, right? So like at least in the sense of like in America, people thought of Reggie when they thought of Nintendo. You know, now they got Bowser, which is like the worst fucking name for a guy to have to be.
Yeah.
He's not evil, I swear.
It's totally not a villain. Really. Isn't your biggest franchise have a villain named Bowser? What are you talking about?
Yeah, need to have Mario take over for Bowser. A guy, just a random guy named Mario. But no.
Just have him change his name to Mario. Oh wait, they might sue him then.
Yeah, probably. Mario, they'll have Mario and Luigi co-head the company. But no, I just really feel like there's going to be a problem someday where so many games that we love and adore now are never going to be available to play again. Especially with Steam. Like, I love Steam, don't get me wrong.
That would be the scariest thing, really, is Steam getting kicked out or shut down.
Yeah, imagine 10 years from now Steam just goes away.
That would be apocalyptic.
Well, yeah, considering
Pretty much.
I have 1,600 games on Steam.
And there are plenty of people who have even more than that.
Yeah, like go if you ever want to feel how bad your life is, go to the website. There's a website that will tell you how much your Steam account's worth. Go there, find out. You'll never let anybody try and hack your account ever again. Because last time I checked, my account was worth over 10 grand. And I was like, holy fuck. You know?
You want to talk about investments? That's an investment. Oy.
I think I could do this safe.
And, you know, arguably, from a financial standpoint, you could say that's what we are doing. We are investing in these companies. Kind of in a hopes that they will continue keeping things, you know, keeping things the way we want them, keeping things the way they are, and maintaining their products over time.
So this is the website for this. It doesn't give you any information, so I'm safe to do
Get
it.
disappointed in your life.
Yeah, so you calculate it in the US dollars, disappointed in your life, right? Right?
Yep.
What? Oh, okay. I see what the problem is.
But yeah, we've
We've
dumped a lot of.
At lowest price, my account's worth $6,000. At highest price, today's prices, it's worth $21,465.
How many more games have you added since the last time you checked?
My account is 6.4 years old. The worst part is how I have 410 games. I have 410 games out of 1,409. I don't know. All the other parts DLC, so I actually have 200 games short of what I think I have. All right, so I have 409 actual games. Okay, not DLCs or whatever. But still, I have literally, I own 1,000 more games than I've ever played. My average playtime is 14 and a half hours per game. My hours on record is 5,950.
I don't even want to know what mine is. Oh my word.
Do I?
Because I have almost that much in Warframe alone.
But yes, if you want to get depressed and feel bad about your life, do this. See how much money's here? Yeah, this is what you lose if Steam ever goes away. Like I know people that have way more invested than I do.
But that's definitely not a...
Yeah. But that's my point. It's like someday if Steam's gone, think about how much you're gonna lose, right? You're gonna lose so much. Thank you for the host, Umi. Much appreciated, sir. And welcome to the stream. But yeah, like I'm saying, like, preservation has to be important, right? Because it's all we got, right? Because, like, as gamers, when games go away for good, what are you going to do? You know, like you have to continually buy the new game and the new game and the new game. I can't
Or
afford
the
that.
re-release of the old game.
Yeah,
they keep
I
doing.
for one can't even afford to buy more than like 3 AAA games a year. Indies are what make me have a constant game flow. That and Game Pass and Humble Choice.
Mm-hmm.
But like Humble Choice, you're not going to get a brand new game through Humble Choice.
No.
It's usually like a year, a little older before they even fall on the Humble Choice. But unless it's a Humble published game like Pop-Up Dungeon, and then it's like 6 months. But still, I jumped to PC. I was so pissed when I couldn't. Yeah, that's my point. Oh, and there's a beautiful thing that I want to show real quick on the podcast before we go any further. I tried this. I'm not going to show the video in its entirety, but I do want to pop it up here real quick. All right. So there is a way to make it so you can play all of your old Xbox 360 and OG Xbox games on your PC if you have the Xbox Game Pass. There is an xCloud on PC app that is in alpha right now, right? It literally makes it so I can finally play Halo 5 on PC. I can play Fable 2 on PC. I can play original Xbox games on PC, which I've never been able to play most of them on PC. And the catalog that they have on xCloud is fucking ginormous at this point. And there's a lot of stuff that you will have never seen on PC at that point. And you can do it if you go through this method. Anyone who's part of the Discord, the link is in gaming news. Check it out. Even if you don't have the Game Pass, just check it out. It's a real cool way to do it. You can play your old school Xbox games that you loved from the past in 1080p at 60 frames a second on your PC through streaming. And if you have good internet, it can some of them are already adjusted up to 1440p, which is amazing. So that is why I say I'm not an Xbox fanboy. I do like Xbox because of the way they handle PC gaming, but this is one major perk of Game Pass at this point, is the fact that xCloud now is allowing people to play the really old Xbox games on PC as well. So you're getting go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, like, I do feel like Xbox has been way ahead of the curve compared to other companies about just giving what gamers want.
Yeah. Like,
True.
Everything. The X Pass or Game Pass, they're moving games to PC, backwards compatibility. Like, I remember when, like, my friend had PlayStation 1, and he had and I learned that the PlayStation 1 was actually forwards compatible. Like, you could play PlayStation 2 games on the PlayStation 1.
Mm-hmm.
That blew my mind. And now here we are with PS5 coming out, and it's like, where did that forward thinking go?
Because they won the console war before.
I miss.
And then they got complacent.
That's the same thing that happened to Xbox with the Xbox 360, though. Xbox killed it with the Xbox 360, and then when they released the Xbox One, they released it like it was going to be a companion to your TV. And I remember they wanted to have the DRM that made it so you couldn't buy used games and everything else. Completely fucked over their fan base, and then spent the whole entire generation after they kicked out the old guy and got Phil Spencer in there. They've spent all this time since then trying to make up traction from that and making very pro-consumer choices along the way. Do they still need to catch up? Fuck yeah, because people still love their PS5, and the PS fanboys are fucking ridiculous. They worship the shit out of it.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think they even need to try and get those people. That's not a target audience for Xbox.
I don't think they could get them no matter what.
Like if you get that hard from when PlayStation says anything, then I think you're a lost cause at this point.
I miss when Nintendo consoles
Exactly.
used to have that backwards compatibility built into their consoles. Like, the original DS could play Game Boy games, and
It had a slot in the bottom for your Game Boy
Yep.
game.
and the 3DS was able to play any and all DS games.
That's the
Like
problem. though.
I loved those two.
Is I feel like as companies become more and more popular, and they start to get traction and make more money, it seems like they forget who made them all the money.
Who put them there?
Mm-hmm. Like Sony's terrible. Not Sony terrible. Like I'm talking about Sony as an overarching company, not just Sony like game studio or the people in charge of PlayStation. Like the PlayStation is literally the only part of Sony that is making any fucking money. Look it up. I'm not lying. Like the
That doesn't surprise me.
The PlayStation division was the only part that made money for the longest time. Like their Blu-ray player division was losing money. Their TV division was losing money. Their movie division was losing money.
Walkmans and headphones.
Yeah, the move now is ironically putting emulators on consoles. Yeah, like the Switch has an emulator that runs old games. Like let's see. Like like when companies release old boxes that basically just have emulators that run everything. Like the SNES Mini, the NES Mini, the PlayStation 1 Mini. And that's why the Xbox doesn't have to do that. Because they can just run it. Yeah, the industry hates emulators unless they're using them to make money. Basically.
Which is, again, ironic because we could just say, well, then make an official emulator. Like for Nintendo specifically, because Nintendo seems to be the one with the biggest stick up their rear on it, is like make a PC designed emulator, make it official, and then sell your ROMs on PC.
Because I guarantee,
How hard is it?
I guarantee people would buy every single Pokemon game over again.
The Pokemon games, the Mario games, Sonic game, like just about every single franchise has at least one decently sized fan base.
All right, I'll tell you this,
support
Sumi. Piracy is going to be the only thing that saves old games, unfortunately, because companies are not going to loosen the grip they have on.
Stranglehold. No.
Yeah. I mean, Xbox is giving a way for that to happen naturally. But a lot of companies don't want to do that. Yeah, see what I mean, Dan?
Dan.
Dan's like, $12,000? God damn. See what I mean, though?
Get you nowadays. Woohoo.
And here I looked at mine and it was 3,000.
Yeah, but that's the problem, is that then people would have less reason to buy a Nintendo console. And that's what I mean by the old thinking. Like, Sony has the old thinking as well. You know, like, Xbox is going, doesn't matter if they play our games on Xbox or on PC. Because the PC's running on Windows.
Right. They technically own both markets.
So it's not going to matter either way. So for Xbox, they're making money no matter where you play it. Funny part for me is that when PlayStation players go out and buy Deathloop, they're going to be actually making Microsoft money when they buy it. And that's
because Microsoft owns Bethesda.
Yeah, so that's going to make me giggle a little bit. Like, literally, Sony players are going to be buying a game so Xbox makes money. And the fact that, like, the Sony exclusive baseball game that was Sony exclusive for, more than 12 years finally comes to Xbox, and it's going to be available on Game Pass for free, day and date, on the 20th this month. I'm going to download it. I haven't played a baseball game on any console in forever. I'm going to download it just so I can try it. Because every baseball game that comes out on PC is usually shit. And I like baseball games. So it's going to be nice to actually have a choice to play one. Thanks, Sony. Seeing as how you held the franchise, hostage for 12 years. And then people complain about Madden having the EA. Well, Sony made it so you couldn't play it on any other console. You literally had to buy a Sony console to play baseball for 12 years.
Ugh.
It's fucking weird. But, alright.
Yeah, Microsoft being forward-thinking, I think they're going to do the best
Mm-hmm.
going forward, as long as they can maintain that consumer the more consumer-centric mindset and how they offer their merchandise.
I feel like as long as Phil Spencer's in charge, they'll be fine. And
I hope so.
And once all these games start coming out from all the studio acquisitions they made, then people won't be able to complain, well, Xbox doesn't have any games.
There's no good exclusives. A, that's because they're not making things exclusive anymore, because they're on PC and on Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
B,
Because they're owned by both.
This is what I hate, though, right? Last argument about this, and then we'll move on to the games we're looking forward to. Okay. I've seen this so many times online, and it drives me insane. So, Sony fanboys love the fact that their games are exclusive.
mm-hmm.
Because they're like, this is why we buy our PlayStation, because we have the exclusives.
Validating.
Because
the
we don't
purchase.
have any other choice.
So, Microsoft buys Bethesda. And the big thing about it was, are they going to make their games exclusive? Well, no, they paid $7.4 billion to buy the company. Do you think they're going to let it just go multi-plat with everything? No, of course not. That's $7.4 billion. And then all the PlayStation, we were like, oh, we didn't like anything that Bethesda made anyway. Bullshit. I don't like anything
Yes.
I don't like a lot of the things that Bethesda makes, but I sure as hell like Doom. I like Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
I like Dishonored.
Dishonored's good.
I like all those things. Alright? And I even like some of Elder Scrolls. I'm not the biggest fan of Skyrim, but I like the older ones. And maybe the new one will be good.
I'm not. Okay, I am looking forward to that, but not because of whether it's going to be good or not, because I expect it to be bad. I cannot wait for the fireworks show. Just saying.
You know, you know what I will say? I bash Bethesda just as much as you guys do. I am going to laugh my ass off if getting bought by Microsoft and getting put under that umbrella with that much resources and everything manages to actually fix Bethesda.
I will agree with you, Tim. However, I don't think it's the resources that's the problem. They need a stick to beat them over the head with, so they'll actually sit down and work. Because
Well,
I swear they have been the most lazy company in video games for so long. I think it's ingrained into their deeply into their
see
mindset.
with what is it called?
Starfield?
Starfield.
Yep.
I'm hoping.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, I'm seeing. I hope they start holding them to quality standards. Does it mean they will? No, but can I hope? Sure.
Well, I mean, they need to make the quality standards first, and
Mhm.
then they need to be held to those quality standards, because they don't have any quality standards right now. Trust me. We've
Right.
seen what they put out.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. We have. It's very scary what they put out. All right. So the games we're looking forward to for the next month. Who wants to go first? I know I have the most. I always do. It's a running joke. It will never stop running.
Right? Yeah, because you won't let us catch up. That's why you always have the most.
Yeah.
Keep running with that joke. Oi.
All right. Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
All right. Oh,
so
yeah.
my first.
Oh, sorry.
So
It will me.
my first
Yes.
game
Nintendo is
is
the
going
best
to
when it
be.
comes to non-buggy games. Go ahead.
So this is for those of you who weren't around earlier, and it's Totally Accurate Battle Simulator's full release. Finally exited
Early access.
early access. It's an actual full game now, which is amazing.
My son plays this all the time.
Oh, it's hilariously good fun.
I should also mention my 5-year-old plays this game too. Oddly enough. But it is nice to see that it's finally coming out. I don't know if the Xbox version's on the same build or not, but I hope so.
Well, if it's going full release, I'm sure it'll be in the same build
Yeah, because
very soon.
Because on the console version of Game Pass, Tabs is on there for free.
Nice.
Well, I'm excited for it. Oh, it has multiplayer now. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Does it have crossplay?
That'd be interesting.
The important questions.
It has remote play by phone.
That's interesting. That's really interesting.
Yeah, that is really interesting. Alright. You want to go next, Rick?
Sure. Let's take a look at what the dub.
Okay. Oh yeah, make sure to mention to me what game you're planning on reviewing for next month.
Sure thing. This looks like a great little Jackbox style party game.
Overdub hilariously awful movie clips with your best dub.
Dude, this looks exactly like
Because you're a twerp.
what's it called?
Vote for your favorite and win. Play head-to-head with up to 12 players.
One of the
using your
Jackbox
phone.
games.
No,
but-
Dan, I know what you're saying because we've seen a game exactly like this. I'm trying to remember what the hell it's called. Oh, use your words.
We
That's
do the
it.
talking.
Oh yeah.
I come from planet Bolcut. Take me to your barber.
Got something to say? Shout it out in What the Dub.
I'm trying to remember if I played that one.
Is this a sequel to that? Nope.
Let's see here.
No, it's not because the only
No?
other game they've released is Freedom Fighter.
It does look pretty fun though.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
just it looks exactly like. Oh, okay. So there's a little bit of variety to it. I dig games like this though. Actually, I like it. All right, add the wish list. Because I like this type of game. Like Use Your Words is a pretty good game. It's just they never added more content to the game, and it was pretty sparse when it came out. So you ended up playing like the same thing over and over after a while.
Yeah, we'll have to see what this has to offer, but I figured we'd have to take a look at it.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my first one came out today, and it's Aaron's Adventure. Non-early access, which I'm trying to go for more of those.
Ah, this looks good.
Stream's fast for me.
I actually backed this game on Kickstarter 4.5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I'm going to be
Man,
playing
that's
it. And
Well, I was gonna say it looks simple, but it does look good.
it's a third person. It's like Zelda, basically. Okay, that's how they.
Uh-huh.
Zelda with more dungeon crawling, a very simple aesthetic because there was only two people who made the whole entire game.
Thrown into your hands.
Mm.
They got a grant from Epic Games
Travel to the
for
edges of
$750,000,
Elor
Nice.
Jeez.
and they made about $500,000 on Kickstarter. So for a little over $1 million,
You'll have to
they
gather
made this over
resources to
5 years.
improve your gear.
Well, all right.
No microtransactions, no early access,
I believe that
just
together
a game.
we can save Elor.
The way it
That's
should
pretty
be.
good.
Well, cool.
It's basically, for me, it feels like 3D old school Zelda. Yeah.
Any,
but-
any plans to stream this or?
yeah, that's Friday morning.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm playing Oddworld tomorrow morning, and I'm playing this Friday morning.
Fun.
If I'm not up, I'll have to catch the VOD.
Indeed. All right. So what's next?
Me.
Okay.
So
me.
what-
How many E's is it? No. What?
No, it's Kung Fu Kickball.
Oh, I saw this one.
This one looked too funny not to pick up.
And there's a demo.
Yay.
Kung Fu Kickball.
So I'll probably play this and one other game this month.
Alright, I'm holding you to it. Going on the list. Alright, yeah. Reminds me of Shaolin Soccer. Yeah, bit.
But kickball.
Yes. And the second video shows gameplay of it.
So you try and hit the ball into the bell.
Yep. But this just looks like absolutely hilarious fun.
How to lose your friend simulator.
As usual.
Alright, Silver's gonna review this one, right? We are still
So you
gonna.
mean
We still are gonna have to figure out what the hell Silver's reviewing.
He can do one of the games that I have lower on my list.
No, we'll have to do lunch lady. That's fine. He won't mind.
I mean, he might be interested in it. So
That's what I mean. All right. What's next, Ray?
let's take a look at Cyber Neon, all one word. I always have to point out things that look like they're doing something fresh and different.
What is this, like a twin stick?
It's like a PvP.
Oh, okay. That's
Match
different
3.
players. Okay. I thought it was the same
So-
player going with two different players.
No, it's two players competing to try and match 3 on the most area of the board as possible. So whoever has more area at the end of it will win.
That's cool. I like that.
And match 3. Simple, fun. Can't complain. And sorry, Glav, no hot women as far as I can tell.
Yeah, none of them are naked. Ooh, Candy Crush. No, at least there's no microtransactions and no Facebook attachment.
Right? And it's PvP Candy Crush.
Yeah, so that way you can
So
hit.
next thing I'm expecting is the Battle Royale version, where it's like 100 people all doing the same...
Tetris
no,
99. Tetris 99 is fucking amazing, though. Okay.
It is. It is.
I played it on Switch. It's amazing.
As have I.
All right. My next one is pretty simple. It is the. I love this series. I'm probably gonna play them all on stream by the end of the year.
Mm.
Oh, there's no S.
Trials? I thought it was Trial of Cold Steel.
There it is. I found it.
Oh. Of Legend of Heroes, Trials of Cold Steel.
Yes.
We all mixed up.
Together we shall write the end to this wretched fairy
But I love this series. I've been playing 3 on Amazon Luna for God knows how long.
as despair.
I'd like to play them on stream though and actually get the Steam copies of the games. But yeah, this is actually supposed to be the final of the Trails of Cold Steel series.
Oh.
So it's finally gonna finish up the saga after 4 games. So I know it looks anime as fuck, but it's actually a really fun series to play. And who doesn't want a giant blade / flamethrower as a weapon?
Wait, did that flamethrower have a chainsaw on it?
Yes, that's what I said.
In a world of
So it's a flamesaw.
heroes
Yeah.
must unite.
Ooh.
The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 4.
Yeah. It gets my RPG blood flowing. Yeah. All right, you're up next, Mermich.
All right. Next one up is the one that I may have stole from Tim, which is Orbital Bullet. The 360-degree roguelite.
I thought this looked really interesting.
It's really, really interesting.
See, what they need to have is a VR mode. Watching it sick in pixel art.
Oh gosh.
My only question is, how difficult is this going to be? Probably
From the
very.
looks of
very.
stuff, pretty challenging.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like it's going to be really difficult.
The real question is what's going to be more difficult, getting used to the orientation or the actual gameplay itself?
Orientation, probably.
Maybe. I mean, the cool part about it is, from what we can see on here, is basically you can shoot around.
Yep. The
Like,
outside.
It's basically a 2D platformer put on a curve.
Yeah, it's a circular platformer. Yeah, pretty much. There's a little bit of gameplay.
Kind of gives me a little bit of Risk of Rain vibes with like some of the moves they're doing.
The only problem is you can only get shot once and then you're dead. That's what I mean. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna die a lot.
It also looks like from some of those UI elements I'm seeing, maybe you can accidentally shoot yourself if it goes all the way around the stage.
Probably.
Would not surprise me.
But it seems like the minute you jump up to a next level, it blocks off the stage below.
Yeah.
So I imagine that's going to be an interesting part of the mechanic as well. Because if you miss anything, you're fucked.
No going back.
Yeah, with like health pickup or anything like that.
Run 348.
Run 348. So Mermich is going to review and beat this game 100%, right?
No.
I think he could do it. He's like run
can
number
he do-
15,000.
The question is, Tim, can he do it in time for the next podcast without, destroying his computer in a fit of rage?
Well, once he gets bored, he can just play it in VR. He can play the game while he's in VR. It'll be a safe place.
Can't destroy your own VR computer, right?
Yeah, you can play the demo right now, man. Alright. Alright, what's up, Ray? What's the next?
Well, this is my last game, so this will be my review game. Gravitor.
Was it
Gravity without the Y, and they add an ER instead.
There it is.
Kind of like a puzzle game using gravity as your means of interacting with things.
Nice.
It kind of reminds me of that, like Angry Birds space.
Oh yeah, like
South
wasn't
thing.
that the Star Wars one?
Was it?
I think so. Like I know they made Angry Birds based on Star Wars.
Yeah.
What haven't they made an Angry Birds based on?
Anything good.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
Well, are you
I
calling
mean,
Star
there's-
Wars not that
There's
good?
good Star Wars, but
The original Angry Birds wasn't too bad. I played it on my phone.
I mean, I feel like everybody's played an Angry Birds game at least once.
Yeah, I mean, I played Candy Crush like 10, 12 years ago, so. Alright. So now here's the point where I run through all of my... Do you have any left, Mermits?
Yes, I've got quite a few.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, never mind.
Did you only have like 4, right?
yeah, I didn't find that many this time.
Alright. This
There are
one...
not that many puzzle games this month. What can I say?
Okay, this one's pretty interesting. It has no trailer, but hear me out. This is a beautiful way to play pen and paper RPG games online. So basically what
That's
this
always
is,
cool.
it allows you to create your board, and then you can act out your D&D or your RPG themes however you'd like off of your pen and paper game. So instead of, just having, your normal, like, playing it out verbally, this will actually allow you to have a board that is built specifically for what you're trying to do. So I know this isn't technically a game. This is more of like a tabletop setup for pen and paper RPG games. But I thought I'd mention it because it seems really cool. Like if you have people that want to play like a RPG or a LARP or anything like that, and you want to actually have a board and something you can use as a reference as you go, this would be beautiful. So.
Yeah.
You know who directed me to this? Tons of fun. The first Twitch guy I ever followed. But yeah. I was gonna say Dan knows who that is. Let's see. Okay, this is an interesting one. I'm gonna go 2 because I know I got way more than you, and then I'll go back to you.
Me.
Huh?
Can I go next?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go after this one.
Yeah, I was trying to make it so I was trying to make it so we could go back and forth, Murmich, since I have more than you, and that way, we finish around the same time. All right.
Or Tim isn't.
Let's see.
Get tired of talking.
4 left.
Yeah. So this is the Dark Side Detective: A Fumble in the Dark. What you play is literally a detective's tale, but a funny one about a detective who's always checking out the afterlife. He only does things that bump into night. Now, very rarely do I ever pick games that are point and click, but I'm actually going to review this game this month. I have something something different to do.
Because you do claim to be a variety channel and all that. Right?
Yeah. Plus, it's comedy based too. It's not.
Oh, of course. If it's funny, you gotta love it.
Yeah. It's funny and a detective game.
All right.
Let me just write this down real quick. Okay, go ahead. I'll finish writing it down. What do you got?
All right. So, you know that one meme of those couple guys in the office where that one guy puts his hands down on the table and is like, "Okay, we've got this problem. I need answers." And then there's the 3 employees that are sitting there, and then one gives like that bored look, and then he gets chucked out the window.
Yeah.
Deduction. Imagine that and Among Us smashed together.
Well, it's free.
On the vote. I think it's those two.
It's
If
not Tina.
Me.
Mo, what is vote?
Patrick saw me trying to find where the picture was.
Oh my god.
Hey, why are you gonna listen to Nate? Because if you did your task, then I would believe you, but you're just fucking around, so I'm bugging you off.
Oh my god.
Help it.
Yo, Michael came out of a vent, bro.
Okay.
Michael came out of a vent.
Yeah, I'll vote Michael.
It's so dumb looking, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay,
Damn,
nice.
y'all got played hell.
But at the same time, it's the perfect setting.
Yeah.
I know.
See ya, sucker.
Wow.
I can't defend myself. I'm just laughing too hard.
The best part is that the
I was
fact
like,
that,
all right,
people
Elliot's
who
busting his
get
ass
ejected
towards me, I
just
know
get
he's
thrown
fucking
out the window.
All right, we're playing it just so I can throw Murmich out the window. we'll schedule it this month. We'll schedule it to play because I want to throw him out a fucking window. What can I say?
Hey, who says no to defenestration, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, all right. How many more you got, Murmich?
3.
Okay,
2.
I should definitely go again.
What?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna do 2 again real quick. My next one's Godstrike. So instead of health in this game, you have time. There's no health bar. Your health and your currency is totally based on time.
Interesting.
And it's basically a boss rush game. But for somebody who likes bullet hells and twin stick shooters like I do, this game looks bomb.
It looks good. Looks very good.
And there's no PvP, so no one can hate each other. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, you just get to hate yourself when you make a mistake. That's all.
Bullet hell games make you hate yourself anyway. That's normal.
Right. So par for the course.
But this one looks really interesting. I want to see what it looks like when it actually comes out because stuff like this tends to either be good or just be devoid of content.
Disappointing.
Oh, always. Okay, here's the one that Ray said he was interested in when I mentioned it earlier. Tanuki Justice.
No, I laughed at the title because I was like, I have to know what it's about now.
Oh, I like this. This is an action-pass run-and-gun platformer, but with shurikens.
Right, because Tanukis.
It's got the best trailer, man.
It's got that 8-bit style you like.
And it's co-op.
Ooh. I'm gonna be honest, kind of like a Mega Man feel.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Platforming.
And it's coming to Nintendo Switch too, so don't...
Makes sense.
Interesting choice in
music.
Song.
Yes, very. But I don't know, like it seems to have like a Mega Man or like Shovel Knight type feel to it. So
I'd say a little more Mega Man than Shovel Knight, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always up for a different experience. I guess that's the way I always put it.
And he never says no to a platformer.
Nope. And most of the time, like with Kaz, I don't end up disappointed. As long as they look all right. I've gotten to the point now where I can watch a trailer, remind me of Shinobi. Yeah, me too. And I've gotten to the point where I can watch a trailer and figure out whether a game's complete dog shit or it's just an indie game at this point. So I figured as long as it looks halfway decent in the trailer and the frame rate's all right, at least it's worth looking at. All right,
yeah, that's fair.
Your turn, Murmich.
All right. So my next game is Nigate Tale. So Nigate and then Tale.
Nigat?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I saw this game. I was gonna tell Silver about it because you're basically just giving hot waifus fucking gifts for the sake of playing a bullet hell game. Well, a roguelike game.
Yeah, but it looked well made and interesting. So.
And you're not, Dan?
But yeah, I might end up playing this this month.
Yeah, he's gonna
This is
play.
one I
He's gonna play it so he can beat off to it for the whole entire month.
no, I just thought the gameplay looked really interesting.
No, it
Don't
does.
forget-
It does, and that's the only reason I didn't pick this up is because of the fact that it is basically. I'm wondering how much of this is actually gonna be good, and how much of it is basically gonna be like, hey, stare at hot chick.
Fair.
How Honeypop is this versus how
Yeah, I have a problem distinguishing with games like this of whether it's actually gonna be good with fan service or if it's just gonna be fan service and the gameplay is gonna be secondary.
the gameplay is the excuse for this fan service?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I have a hard time putting games like this on the list, but I did see it. I was interested. It's just, one, when I saw the boss fight, it looks like the frame rate's all fucking janky when I was watching the trailer. So, I've just gotten to the point now where I look at it and I'm like, alright, I don't know. It looks cool, I'm not gonna say you're wrong. But I just hope it's not like an excuse just to see half-naked women or something.
Well, we'll see when it actually
Murmich
comes
may
out.
find out. So,
Murmich is reviewing this game. I demand it.
Okay. As long as it's
Murmich
not,
is like, okay.
as long as it's not $40, I'll do it.
It can't be $40. It will not be $40. No one in their right mind would pay $40 for this type of game. Fuck.
I hope it's less than 30.
The top of this genre of action roguelike is fucking Hades, and Hades is not. Hades is fucking 30. No one's gonna pay $40 for anything that does not look as good or is good as Hades.
I was gonna say, not for anything less than Hades. So
Exactly. All right.
unless you're gonna beat out Hades, you're not gonna be putting a higher price tag on it.
All right. Saga Frontier Remastered, which is a series that I loved when I was a kid. And it actually looks like they did a pretty good job remastering it. My question is, why does Square Enix have to be releasing everything I'm fucking interested in? Because after Outriders and the Avengers, I'm fucking scared. But it doesn't stop me from wanting the game. Comes out.
I mean, we were just talking about how everybody needs to bring everything to PC so we can play the old stuff.
No, but this series is actually really good. It was way ahead of its time.
It looks like it.
You gotta think about it. This game came out when I was 15.
Oh.
So. And I like the way they're trying to remaster it by not like taking the game and completely changing it. They're just like adding more high-res textures and changing the angles at which you fight to add a 3D dimension to it, rather than trying to like pull like Secret of Mana and update everything and fuck the whole game up. I will never forgive Square Enix for fucking up Secret of Mana. They released a PC version for the first time ever, and it's like a janky 3D action RPG that's broken. But no, I would love to play this on stream, but, you know, I don't want to put everybody to sleep because people don't like watching shit like this. But I'll play it in my own time. I'll play it in my own time. And I'll stream Octopath Traveler and put you to sleep with that instead. But, alright. No, this next one I'm really interested in. It doesn't have an exact release date in this month, but I would totally play it. And that is Portal Reloaded. It's a free community-made modification for Portal 2.
All the elements you have learned previously. Good luck solving your first test while shooting 3 different portals.
By allowing you to place a third portal when you do it, which makes it so there's actually enables traveling between 2 different timelines, thinking in 4 dimensions and instead of 2, and also making it so you can solve more puzzles. So, if you're a fan of Portal, this would be awesome for somebody like me who's never played Portal yet. I bought Portal 2. I'll probably play the original game and then play this, but still, I'm very interested. And thank you, Valve, for actually being cool and letting people do stuff like this. Between this and Black Mesa, you've proven that at least you like your games to continue to have content. No, I have never played Portal Dam. I bought them, though. I have bought them, but finally I bought them. But I have not played them yet, no. Unsubbed. Hey, man. I didn't play anything on PC until 2014? 2015? Oh. You can unsub and hate me all you want. For the longest time, I was playing on console. I'm making note here. Huge success.
Anyway, this cake is great. It's so delicious.
But I Alright, Mermitch, go ahead.
Alright. So my next game is Voxel Tycoon.
I thought you were gonna say Voxel EDF edition.
That would
World
be
Brothers.
fun, but-
Yeah, where is that game?
No idea.
I want EDF 6 already.
Oh, you ain't getting that for a while.
Yeah, probably not till next year. Not here anyway.
So it's a transportation game?
That is what it said.
That actually works really well in a voxel style. Sick.
Definitely.
Another game that Mermitch can spend half of his life playing.
But yeah, this game looked really, really cool when I was looking at the trailer for it. I honestly was thinking a little bit of Ray when I saw the sprawling, maze-like train tracks and factory.
I do like my logistic games. Yeah, that looks good too.
It's got a release date? Oh, sorry, hold on. There you go. Yep. I'm going back to this. Sorry about that, Mermitch.
Oh, no, now you've got me interested.
Is that going to be mentioned, Tim, or are we going to talk about that after stream? Whatever that is. Oh, it does!
Hold on, nope. Don't
Is that what?
There, I'll put it up here. EDF World Brothers coming to PS4, Steam, and Nintendo Switch on May 27th in the United States. We got an EDF game, guys! Woo!
Yeah!
I tell you what, next month's looking good.
Yep.
Already.
I can't wait. I finally have another EDF game to play. Oh, God.
The EDF deploys.
The whole thing my channel hinged on for a fucking year is coming back. Yes.
We're going back to the roots.
I know. Woo! You gonna play, Dan? You gonna play some voxel EDF? Alright.
It's getting dark outside.
That's because all the creepers come out at night.
No, it's because it's super cloudy and it looks like it's about to downpour.
Yay! It hasn't rained here in like a week. It's not supposed to rain here for like another 10 days.
It has been pouring rain all day over here.
So what's your next game, Tim?
My next game is Smelter. This is an interesting one. Check out this, it's actually based on Adam and Eve.
Oh.
Man, check out this trailer. I'm not gonna say anything. No, Adam and Eve. Now, I'd be excited about that, Dan. So basically, this is a universe where Eve basically gets kicked out of Eden, and armed with a living suit of armor, she explores the world looking for Adam. But you know what? The game actually looks pretty good.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
And her living suit of armor is literally called the Smelter. And she can pick up items and smash the enemies in the face with it.
Huh. Okay, it looks good.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Looking forward to the stream, Tim.
Yeah.
That's interesting though, ain't it?
Definitely.
It's even got like the big heroic ending to the trailer. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
Oh yeah, they know exactly what they're doing.
All right, this
And how many games you got left, Tim?
too many. I'm just showing off one more. Then I got 4 more after. All right, this one's not gonna pique a lot of people's interest. I get it, but MotoGP, amazing motorcycle racing series. I love the games. I play them on Xbox all the time. Am I gonna buy it on PC? Sure, if I find somebody to fucking play it with. But it is graphically, mechanically, and like realism-wise the best simulation in all of racing in any type of genre. MotoGP is fucking amazing.
Huh.
The FOV though, I know, right? But I'm saying it's actually really cool. I like playing this game a lot. But like I said, it's a matter of having friends that are interested in it. I understand that it's a very niche thing. But I wanted to show it off because it's my favorite simulation of any racing genre. Even though F1 2020 in that humble choice, baby. Pow, 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 pow. It's actually pretty good. Alright, go ahead, Rich.
And my last game, which is the game that I was kind of hoping that I would get to see Silver play, if not all of us, Level Z. Which is basically if Among Us was a horror game.
The only reason you'll never see Silver play it is because it's PvP.
I mean...
He does play Among Us with us sometimes.
It's more Among Us than PvP.
Attempted entry.
It's more of a one-sided battle.
You know what the thing is, though, is like, is this a a horror game or a shooter?
Because it even has horror in the tags, I would say safe to stay definitely.
Well, see, the difference between this and Among Us is like Among Us is supposed to be like stealth and then kill.
Yeah.
This game is like, I am dangerous, die. Run away or die. I don't know, I'd play it with you. I'm just saying, I don't know if you can get Silver to do it. But I would totally play it with you. Okay? So if it's free, it's gonna be free to play, right? I think. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, let me know, Murmish, when it comes out.
Yes. Yes, I will.
Even though it's supposed to come out February 1st, 2021.
Yeah.
It's a little behind. It's a little behind.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the last
It was labeled under this month under like its actual like.
Oh, I know,
date.
it's down at the bottom. It does have the right date down there. All right, my next one is Golden Force. You like platformers, bro? It's kind of like a mixture of Golden Axe and Shantae, I would say. There's 4 different characters, just like in Golden Axe. Got a lot of like the crazy over-the-top bosses like Shantae, but it is strictly a action platformer. Well, full-on boss battles, and I'm like, man, they're making some. Yeah, dog. I heard you like platformers. We got platformers for your platforms for your platform. Yeah, exactly. See, I think it's like getting to be a golden time for platformers though, because they're actually starting, like, indie teams are starting to come out with some amazing ones. I'm not gonna lie, like, that Kaz one came out of nowhere last month and was great. And this one's coming out this month. I'm probably gonna try it again and see if it's good again. And this one's actually has co-op, but they got to play through remote play. So if I find somebody good at platformers, I can have them play with me. And look at you get to play as the character, and your first boss's name is General Macho. That's a good sign. Let's see. Next one is pretty simple. It is Nier Replicant, and I'm not gonna say all the numbers because why? I know Ray probably wants to play the hell out of this game. Correct? General Nacho. But yeah, basically this is the prequel to Nier Automata. And yeah, it's kind of a different little take on it too, because it's got a different protagonist in it.
Oh?
Yes.
Take it easy.
So they take a little different take on it. So it's not exactly like the prequel. It's got a different hero than the original.
I mean, to be technical, they're not like...
They're not really tied together.
Really a prequel, sequel kind of thing? It's like more like one's...
Yeah, they're both...
a spin-off of a specific ending?
Yeah, so they're like they're self-contained stories that are loosely tied together. But their combat's still like all, crazy.
It looks similar to, not the same.
It was Platinum Games, baby. You know what you're getting from Platinum Games.
Yeah, you know what you're getting from Yokotaro.
Alright. 2 Wicked's gonna be very disappointed that he's gonna miss this next one. Total War Rome Remastered. Which I believe is his favorite game in the Total War series.
I think he's aware that it's coming out, because he said he was replaying the original one recently. So I think he's quite ready for it.
Remastered to 4K. Yeah.
Where did you find him? He found us.
And this does support Steam Workshop, so at least he'll have plenty to do.
Did say he was resourceful.
Oh yeah.
I would say it does look way better than the original. Looks like they have done a nice upgrade on it. Oh, he loves 2 Wicked loves Total War.
Yep.
And then okay, the last two. Okay, I put a asterisk next to this one because I don't know. Like, this game looks interesting, but I don't know if it's gonna be any good. I put this as like a honorable mention type thing for this. Like, it looks cool because it has a comic book style to it, and it's like a mixture of realistic and comic book.
Extra careful.
And it's supposed to be 20 hours long.
About this place.
But I can't tell if the game's gonna be absolute shit or not. Like, part of it looks great, the other part of it does not. That's the point,
sure
though.
we
I don't know if it's generic, though. Like, obviously it doesn't look like fantastic or anything, but that doesn't mean the game's not good. You want to talk about generic? You should play that Outriders game, Dan. Oh yeah, very generic.
Is shooter check?
Do you Outriders though? Do you Outriders? No, I am gonna finish Outriders. Probably either on stream or just play it. Yeah, this game will probably actually work on release. That will make it better. Like I said, this is a game I'm gonna pay attention to and keep an eye on. If it looks halfway decent, I'll discuss it. But it's supposed to have a comic book flair to it, so I don't know. We'll see.
It is interesting looking.
Worth keeping an eye on, I guess.
All right, and this is my other type of jam, because I like space shooters. This is R-Type Final 2.
Once upon a time, humanity was on the brink of destruction.
You almost should have done 3 in
by
between
the
mine.
invasion of alien organisms from outer space.
I am so sorry, Mermit. You can tell that Silver wasn't here, though. Oh, Silver's here! Okay,
Speak
Silver...
of the devil.
Yeah,
Literally.
On a small trans-dimensional fighter.
But check out this space shooter, right? This looks like it's going to be difficult and right up my fucking alley.
Yeah, that's
And it's got multiple customization. Yeah.
I like it. It's nice.
I love shmups, so.
That's pretty cool looking.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm really into shmups, so. I'll probably end up playing this game, whether it's for podcast or just for my personal pleasure. That's what I'm saying, Silver. He's like my childhood right there. Exactly. I love R-Type. Did you ever play the game called The Blue Flamingo? Is it on Steam?
Sounds like something that would stand out.
Yeah.
Blue flamingo would stand out, you know. Never mind.
Oh, so it's like a World War II shmup? Oh, that's cool. So like they created the whole models on like a model set and then put that into the game.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool, Dan. It's permadeath though and hard. Ah,
That's what it seems like.
I'm used to shmups like that, man. I really am. That doesn't scare me away. Don't worry.
But that flamingo wasn't blue.
Yeah, it was pink.
No, it was red.
Well, oh yeah, I wanted to mention the game that Jess will be reviewing for next month. I did not forget.
Yes.
I did not forget. So, Jess has said she's willing to do a full review for next month, and the game I'm gonna have her do is Lost Words Beyond the Page.
Hello, Joe. Since I was little,
Okay.
I've always dreamed
So,
of becoming
this game
a
is
writer.
part
We went
game
to
where
see
you
Gran
play in the
today.
journal of a
in the
writer,
hospital.
and part like where you
I
take
once
the
heard a
journal words
story.
out into the
There
world.
once was a young girl who thought she
And
would never
it's
see outside
very
her home
interesting how they
village.
do this.
But the land of Astoria.
I can tell already.
It had great and terrible adventures planned for her. All you need is a leap of faith.
That's cool.
Despite the darkness, Robin's hope guided her. I need to finish the story so Gran can read it when she feels better.
We can't hold on to things forever.
We want to talk about it. Interactive puzzle platforming.
It's got the interactive part all right.
It looks pretty good.
It looks very good.
Is Jess willing to stream this?
Oh, I imagine.
Some words
Because
will
that
stay
I'd
with
be
you.
interested in watching a stream of this.
Yeah, it's available on basically everything. Because I went looking for a game that Jess, it's okay, nothing special. Yeah, pretty much so. But no, I went looking for something that was like Jess's type of game, because she likes a very particular type of game. And I found this, and it came out, like I said, yesterday. And it just, for $15, it just seems like a good experience, if nothing else. So, yeah, I'll talk to her about streaming it. I imagine she won't mind. And I hope you guys enjoy watching that while she plays it. And then we'll hear about what she has to think about it in the podcast next month. And
Yeah, looks good.
And speaking of which, we have reached the end of this month's podcast. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you again, Umi, for the host. And thank you to everybody who stopped by and hung out and listened to us bullshit for 2 hours. So,
That's what we do.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking a little break for probably the next half hour to 40 minutes because I got some stuff to do. And then I will be back streaming again this evening as I play some Valheim. We're going to do story progress only because our server is on the brink of failure thanks to a little bit of overbuilding on the server. Literally, if Murmich tries to build anymore, he's going to break the server.
Possibly.
Yeah, you might actually crash the server, like, due to too much memory usage.
If we're in the area.
Yeah. So, until Murmich decides to cough up some money so I can upgrade the server, we're not going to be able to build anymore right now. But
Or at least build around, like, in specific areas.
No, I can't build at all.
Oh.
It's total memory, not like certain place memory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So either you or AirRaiser have to chip in like the $10 to upgrade the server, or we're gonna have to cancel the building for now because I can't break the server to do that. But all right, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Make sure to send your hate mail to Murmich for why you can't build. And yeah, I will see you a little later tonight for the stream. And yeah, until next month, thank you for hanging out for the podcast.
Have a good night, folks.
Good night, everybody.
Shalom out.